Never waste a good crisis. And when it comes to the economic crisis, don't waste it when it can have a very positive impact.
You never want a serious crisis to go to waste.
The way we're going to win over the long term is not just militarily. We've got to win over hearts and minds. And what that means is we've got to invest in countries that have no educational infrastructure, have no means for young people to get ahead. We've got to give them a stake in creating the kind of world order that I think all of us would like to see.
Stay tuned for politics and religion. Well, if you've been following the story of the conflict between Iran and Israel, you know that some time ago, many months ago, President Obama and others in the administration said, look, just give us till September. Actually, this all started back when the Obama administration took office. So Israel said, okay, September. We've been waiting. We've been working with this for several years. All the time, Iran is cranking out more and more enriched uranium. They're moving closer and closer to having a nuclear bomb, which is an existential threat to the state of Israel. We can't wait much longer. And Obama said, give me till September. I'm going to try to re-engage with the Muslim world. I'm going to try to respect Iran and see if I cannot establish some dialogue there. So Israel has waited. Well, this comes from the Jerusalem Post over the weekend. The title is Time's Up on Iran, written by Carolyn Glick. She's not one to mince words. She is a regular contributor to the Jerusalem Post and very straightforward and very hard-hitting. She's simply saying, you ask us to wait, we have waited, and nothing has changed. Yes, there are 3 levels of sanctions that have been leveled against Iran by the international community. They have done zero, nothing. They have been basically toothless measures that have not affected Iran in any significant way. China and Russia, both with veto power at the UN Security Council, are continually running interference for Iran against any significant sanctions where the international community is concerned. Well, now then, they're making some kind of noises that perhaps there are much tougher sanctions coming. The Big Five plus Germany met within the last week or so, and they're considering sanctions that will actually levy sanctions against the oil industry, against the importation by Iran of refined fuel, and she imports 40% of her fuel. It's amazing that an oil-rich country like Iran is importing fuel, but they produce the crude, but they don't have the refineries that it takes to produce what's necessary for their operations and for the functioning of their country. So Carolyn Glick is saying enough already, because one thing that happened was in the latest report of the International Atomic Energy Agency, they stated that, according to Carolyn Glick, that Iran could have a bomb by February. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this is September. And so here Israel is looking down the gun barrel saying, how quick do I make my move? Do I dodge left? Do I dodge right? Or do I just take this guy out that's got this gun pointed right between my eyes? So Carolyn Glick is just saying, sorry, time's up. It's over. We've been playing games. The time has come for the nation of Israel to react. Now, the U.S. State Department is saying that it might be 2013 before Iran has the bomb. But since our State Department declared in no uncertain terms a few years back in 2003, that Iraq had weapons of mass destruction, and it comes out that they had zero, none of the above. Consequently, nobody believes our State Department anymore. In the meantime, Carolyn Glick claims that the IAEA stated that Iran could in fact have a nuclear weapon as early as this February. The IAEA chose to withhold some of the information and not give a full report, and this stirred all kinds of suspicion on every single front. And so now then, where are we? Israel's choices: sit and wait until one day the announcement is made by Mr. Mahmoud Ahmadinejad, we have the bomb. Iran is a nuclear power. Now what do you do? Or Israel's other choice is to keep believing that the United States will head this eventuality off, even though she's not done so over several years, but that she will head the eventuality off through international domestic pressure. Israel doesn't have much confidence in that either because it hasn't worked for 4 or 5 years running. Or else Israel takes events in her own hands and wipes out the nuclear capability of Iran. What will that lead to? Will it produce World War III? All the choices are not good. None of them good. It's going to be very interesting to see where it leads, especially when the Bible prophesies World War III is coming. Stay with us.
This has been an excerpt of Endtime Ministries' daily talk radio show, Politics and Religion. To view the show in its entirety, visit endtime.com, click the radio tab on the left-hand side, choose the show, and click Watch Video. If your show does not appear in the recent broadcast, click the More Broadcast tab at the bottom, and you can choose by date or show title. Be sure to catch our new television show, End of the Age, on Inspirational Network.